May I make a submission?
Namaste.
May I make a small submission before Mr. Sibal is called upon? I appear for a doctors organization, thank you, called Doctors for Patients in Calcutta. Our suggestions will give to the task force. There are two issues we'd like to highlight to your lordships. First is pertaining to the investigation itself. Second is pertaining to that policy of 19th August. There are two more clauses, since your lordships already have that before your lordships. I'll start with that.
In 13th September.
19th August, the West Bengal policy which has come out, which Ms. Nandi had just read out. If your lordship will
13th September.
no, your lordship, this is 19th of August. If your lordship will have my IA then, 1888500.
Miss Nandi, where's 19th of August in your compilation that IPA is referring to?
Or if your lordship will see my IA, lordship.
So we'll refer to one IA. It's so much easier if we have it.
That is correct. Is 19th August. 19th August, Government of West Bengal, Department of Health and Family Welfare.
August.
It's part of that helpers of the night policy.
It's there in our earlier status report.
There in your status report?
Yes,
Previous.
it's in the earliest.
Apparently, it's in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
All right, what is it?
There are
September policy.
All right.
It's in my affidavit.
Your lordship, there are two problems here with that 19th August circular. It's there in my IA as well as I'm told in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
Ma'am, which page number is it? Because what I have is the 13th of September.
Okay, then maybe
She's appealing for whom? I'm not aware.
the policy was,
Association of Doctors and Patients in West Bengal.
Doctors and patients.
I'm appearing for Doctors for Patients. It's a trust called Doctors for Patients. So your lordship,
What's your point? Harjeet?
I have 2 points. Number one, in this policy, your lordship said 11, clause 11, subclause 5 and 6, we have a serious problem with. One is working hours of women, including women doctors, should not preferably exceed 12 hours at a time.
this is-
Second, wherever possible, night duty may be avoided for women to the extent possible. Now, this is the policy of the state of West Bengal, and our doctors have a serious problem with this. And your lordships in
How
multiple
can you say that
cases.
women should not work on night duty?
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Precisely.
Women will have an objection if you keep
Yes.
them from working.
Exactly. And to limit us to a 12-hour shift. In fact, many of the junior residents work for 36 hours flat out. Now, this is directly impinging on gender and being employed at all.
Completely right. You need
That
to
is
stick
one.
with the point.
We'd like,
That-
and second
Anuj
point, I have a second point, your lordship. I have a second point. Second point pertains to investigation. One is on this policy, your lordship is seized of it. I will leave it at
So,
that.
women don't want concessions. They want
Yes.
equal opportunity in
In
terms of
Anuj Garg's,
safety.
in Anuj Garg's case,
Why should we prevent a woman doctor from working in the night?
or 12 hours. Why limited to 12 hours, your lordship?
Struck it
Because
down
junior
three-
doctors work for 36 hours.
Anuj.
Now, women will never be
Should be
taken.
for all doctors. 12 hours working time is for all doctors. Don't bifurcate.
Really,
That-
whatever the shift,
Exactly.
women
but-
doctors are ready to work in exactly the same conditions.
Absolutely.
In
Yes,
terms
yes,
of time.
Exactly.
In Anuj
Well,
Garg,
let's not undermine them.
Anuj Garg-
Undermine the lady doctors.
Mr. Sibal, this has to be
There is
corrected.
no issue, Malaj. We'll notify it. We were just worried because there is no security in place at the moment.
No, but the
Therefore, I
answer
want to
to
make
it-
sure.
Saying this,
The
And
answer to it.
I want to make sure, Malaj, that something like,
The answer to it is you must ensure security is in place.
I know, Malaj, that's
You
the
can't
point.
tell women that you will not be
This
working
is-
after.
this is in addition, it says in addition, this is not, this is only temporary, but if your lordship wants, we, no issue.
this itself is
the
offensive.
state
your lordship.
says that it cannot
One second,
provide
hold on.
security. The
We
center
are-
is.
We are ad item, if.
In Anuj Garg's case,
No,
your lordship
and
frowned upon
you're right. We said that, look.
Romantic paternalism.
The law, the provision of the Act, Punjab Excise Act was
Absolutely, exactly.
that any establishment which serves liquor
Can't have
will
women.
not have a woman.
Employee.
We struck it down.
Of course, you should strike it down, Malaj, there's
But
no issue.
therefore, two things, Mr. Sibal. I think the state of West Bengal must immediately correct its notification. You cannot say that women will not work more than a 12-hour shift. If men are working more than a 12-hour shift,
They want to.
they are entitled
They
to
fully
work
want to.
exactly at par with their male counterparts.
We'll issue a notification, but not an issue.
Your duty to provide security. And we can't tell any woman today in our country who's in the workforce that you will not work at night.
Including in
Pilots work at night,
Call
doctors work
centers.
at night.
Call centers
Your armed
employees are-
forces.
The armed forces
women work.
My second point, your lordship. Second,
also.
second point
I-
on investigation itself. again, it's a suggestion which has come from these doctors for patients. They say that apparently there are many people who possibly have information regarding this incident. And because of fear of retribution, they're not coming out and openly giving this information.
That is our
CBI.
problem also.
Therefore, may I just
Yeah,
finish,
please.
Mr. Mehta?
No, I'm
The question
supporting you.
here is- Oh, thank you. The request here is for an anonymous portal, because Your Lordship, the cyber crimes portal today has an anonymous portal for crimes. Also, this court, in the case of videography of child pornography, specifically said you should permit anonymous complaints and a specific portal should be set up. Our request today is to aid this investigation and to hopefully finally get the culprits. We need an anonymous portal which the CBI will set up, because many people don't want to disclose their identity even to CBI. And that is a fact today because of the nature of the matter Your Lordship has seen. We support no particular side here, but the point is people are scared. So if they can be enabled to give their complaints anonymously. Third is on Wikipedia, which is not part of my IA, but since Your Lordship said the photo is not there,
Yes.
the photo, Your Lordship, is not there on the Wikipedia website, but after the girl's name is mentioned, there are two footnotes. The first footnote refers to an article which is not an Indian journal, it's outside India, but that article has a photograph. So that footnote is also problematic because I just clicked on it on my phone when this discussion happened, and that takes you to an article.
While editing the order, I'll make sure that we cover that.
It's an external link, reference 1 and
All right,
reference 2.
thank you. Mr. Sibal.
Phenomenal.
thank you.
But only one, to respond to, my lord, she is right. We are also facing this difficulty. People are afraid to come forward and speak. My lord, we are ready to have an anonymous platform. The only, my lord, difficulty in that would be, which is, my lord, our difficulty, that there would be several things, my lord, sent on that, which are completely irrelevant, but we can't help it.
That is item 5 and 6. What is it?
But we can assure if,
Be just flooded with.
that's the problem, my lord.
Information which, you know.
That this is the theory, this is the theory going on, this is.
This is functioning, they must be.
But I can assure my learned friend, if anybody comes, they would be fully anonymized. We will not disclose their identity to anyone.
protection scheme, there is
Yes, my lord.
But despite that, this court is approved of an anonymous portal, despite all the witness protection schemes.
For counterproductive then.
CBI's task force is limited. It's not, it's a relatively a small agency. Now, if we get all kinds of relevant, irrelevant material on an anonymous portal, one officer will be only monitoring nothing else but only that portal. So, look at it.
We understand the
It's,
problem.
Lord, we can assure if anybody comes, their identity will not be disclosed. It would remain only with the joint director CBI.
You just delete it. That's all.
Despite that, the cyber crimes portal has
It
an.
may be publicized, my lords, by the CBI,
Pornography of.
the witness protection.
Totally counterproductive, though I have no.
Despite all-
all right, you made your point. Now, Mr. Sibal.
No, Manoj, just as far as items 5 and 6 is concerned, we'll issue a notification to delete it. That's all. So that's not an issue.